Right, we should be live. So first of all, welcome replay viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications when I upload new videos. And today we're going to be doing, well, it's Cooking Saturday. Our theme is pub food and we're going to be cooking a Lancashire hot pot. So we'll make a start in a couple of minutes, let people join, and then I will also bring up the chat so I can read the comments, because that's one thing I always forget to do, is I'll try to read the comments. So I've got, this is my second account on here. Screen's a bit, needs a wipe, but I can at least see and read the comments. So yeah, let's make a start in a couple of minutes. We'll do a few pub questions as well. Let's see who joins. So you might be all familiar with this recipe because it's very popular on a TV soap called Coronation Street, also known as Betty's Hot Pot. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook off the meat, we're going to add the vegetables, add all the spices, add the stock, we're going to pressure cook it, but it does actually say you're meant to cook this for longer, but with it being in a pressure cooker it should be alright. You want to cook it between 30 to an hour. So hello Brenda, good to see you. So Brenda's also cooking today. We've got myself, we've got Anne, Rush, Brenda, then we've got Gemma and Bill who are coming live together. So that'll be over on Twitch. I wonder if I can bring up the poster. I don't think I've got it on this phone. I don't think I can bring it up, but all the links are on there. It's on my X page if you want to see the schedule. So make sure you're following each other, everybody. So just wait another minute or two before we make a start. So this is my Pressure King Pro. I've only had this maybe about 3 months now. I've used it a couple of times, but the great thing about this is you can saute your food, then add all your liquids in, and then you can. It just speeds up the cooking process. So there's loads of recipes on their website for this Pressure King Pro. So we will be doing a lot more recipes as we go into winter. Hello Anne, good to see you. I wonder if Darby's going to join. So you're hungry this morning, Brenda. I'm looking at my phone and I've just said I've got my other phone here so I can see your comments. So I'll just put a comment in and say this is my my second account. Thanks for the hearts, Anne. So that's my second account. Make sure you follow that one as well. Okay, so should we make a start? It's not a difficult recipe. I will need to have all these potatoes, so let's get them on as well. So we'll turn that on. We'll turn on the Pressure King Pro, like so. I can't show you the actual controls at this side because the wire would be touching the pan. So 1 second. Okay, so yeah, the wire is on the other side, so I didn't want it would be touching the pan, which I don't want to happen. So I'm going to turn on this saucepan here. So with a Lancashire hot pot, you want potatoes at the end. So basically what you're doing is you're doing a stew. You're going to take that stew and then you're going to put it into another dish. You're going to then pop layers of thin potatoes on the top with oil or butter, and then that goes into an oven or an air fryer. Air fryer for 15 minutes, oven for I think it's about half an hour. It just depends on how hot your oven is. So that's basically the steps that we're going to be doing. So first of all, we're going to saute. Got the saute function on. I've got the Pressure King Pro. I'm going to turn it up to. We'll go up to 15 minutes. Actually, no, we'll go for 20 minutes. We're going to add a little bit of oil in here. See here, it's working now. Hopefully you can see this okay. I'm going to add some oil in there. And then what you want, there might be people watching here from Lancashire, okay? You want lamb meat, but because lamb's really expensive, I've opted for beef instead. So if you're doing a traditional Lancashire hot pot, you want lamb, okay? If not, beef's fine. So we're going to add the beef in, and you want some really nice beef. You could use beef steak if you want, but you want a sort of stewing beef. And you want 400 grams. So I've got about 450 here, because you know I love my beef, but that's the sort of beef you want. Stewing beef, some really good quality beef is what you want for your Lancashire hot pot, okay, or lamb. So we're going to pop all this in and we're going to brown this off. I'm just going to wash my hands, okay, like so. Can you all see that okay, guys? Do you want me to lift you up a little bit? Because I can do that, you know, with this tripod. Let's see. There we go. We're going to go up a little bit, and then I'm going to turn you up. Oh no, I think I've made it worse now. I'll have to zoom in. How's that? Is that okay? I'd like it to be over, but I don't want the steam to come over. Right, so you're going to get yourself a silicone spoon, and you're just going to break up the beef. This will get nice and hot, and what we're going to do is brown the meat. Now this is a simple hot pot. Sometimes people take the beef out and then do all the vegetables separately. We're not going to do that. Everything's going to stay in the pot. So you might, even if you've got like a frying pan or any normal pan, you could do it in that. But it will obviously take a lot longer. Now I should mention as well, this was meant to be the theme last month, pub food, but there was a lot of things happening last month. So there was like holidays, or people, you know, going on trips, birthdays, lots of things were happening, so we decided to delay it by a month, but we kept with the same theme. Okay, so anyway, with the potatoes, I've got, as you can see there, I've got 3 potatoes. They're going to go on the boil, and we're just going to boil them off for about 10 to 15 minutes. Put a lid over the top, add some salt. So get all that cooking away. You can hear it. Let's read some of the comments. So you like the name Hotpot. It's funny though, because I went to a Chinese restaurant many years ago. I say a couple of years ago, maybe about 15 years ago. And there was a dish called Hotpot, and I thought it was going to be this, a hot pot. In fact, it was a dish where you would take your ingredients and you would cook it yourself. So if you ever hear of a Chinese hot pot, it's completely separate to a Lancashire hot pot. So a hot pot's more like a stew. You find it in, I wouldn't say you find it in lots of pubs around the UK, but obviously it's very popular. Probably the most popular pub food in Coronation Street. So as I say, we're just cooking off the beef. This smells really good. These pressure cookers are really good. Obviously there's lots of different brands you can get. This is Pressure King Pro, but you can obviously get like Kasori, you can get Instapots. So if you do own one of these, let me know in the comments. So cook that beef off until it goes brown, but you don't want to overcook it, because you're not making it dry. You don't want it too dry, because as I say, it's going to be cooked, pressure cooked, and it'll make all that beef nice and juicy, and you know, that's what you want, nice and tender. So brown it off, just keep turning it. I know it's a bit difficult to see on the camera. Shall I put the light on? Does that make much difference? A little bit. Yeah, Brenda says I like the word casserole, and Northerners call it a hot dish. Is that what they call it over in the States? Do they, or just? So there's a few little red pieces there. Whilst that's cooking, I've got myself 2 onions. So what you're going to do is chop up 2 onions. I've got 3 medium carrots. So if you're making notes, and what you want to do is you're going to make these as chunky as possible. Chunky veg is what you want. So let me just cut them up really quickly. I have to take the skins off. 1 second. I always use a bread knife to cut my onions, because it just gets right into the ends. So all I do is cut it in half, take these skins off. You can't see this, but I'll show you. And then we'll cut these then into thirds. And what we're going to do then is just add it to the pot. So I'll just chop these into thirds. Actually, I'll cut it in half then. So I'll just show you what I've got here. So this is half an onion. Okay, so I've just cut it in half and then cut it in half again, and then I've just made it into like chunky pieces. So get all that in there because it'll start to saute and soften some of the onions. Okay, so that's one. It's pretty quick, this actually. It's not a... once you've got the ingredients, you're ready to go. So again, pop that other half in. You're going to add a second onion. Now, as I said, the longer you pressure cook it for, the better it will be. So if you're a bit short for time, half an hour, well, 20 minutes, half an hour is fine. I can read some of the comments now while I'm doing this. Yeah, here in the east, that would be fun to... yeah, we should do a duo, shouldn't we, Anne? I remember when we did those carrot muffins and we did those scones. That seems ages ago now. But make sure you're following Anne, everybody. Make sure you're following Brenda. Make sure you're following each other. Is that JFJ I saw there? Hello, JFJ. That's one thing everybody says to me. Says, Aidan, you don't read the comments. Oops. Oh, that little thing's come off. There we go. How do I get this back on now? You know, the little water thing. Oh, I can't get that on. I might have to. Oh wait, it's that side. There we go, done it. It smells really good in this pot. Right, we're going to add the rest of the onion and then we're going to add in the carrots. So this is something you want this time of year. As the weather starts to get colder, you want some really nice tasty food. Simple food. Things that you can easily get hold of as well. Not because I find a lot of chefs and recipe books, they say you need this and you need that, and then you think, do you know, if I've not got that, then you completely, you know, you say I'm not going to cook that anymore, and then you maybe never cook it. So try and find local ingredients. Right, next thing then, well, I'll tell you in a second, JFJ, the seasonings, because we have got some seasonings, but what I'm going to do now is chop up my carrots. So you want 3 medium carrots, cut the ends off, and then don't bother peeling them. But you want, again, chunky veg. So rounds are fine. Remember, it's all going to be pressure cooked. So chunky veg. We're going to get all this in. So here's the first one. First one going in now. Get that in. And I'll give that a mix. So what are we making actually? We're making a Lancashire Hotpot. Lancashire Hotpot. Also known as Betty's Hotpot from Coronation Street. If you've ever wondered how to do it. Well, it's not with lamb, unfortunately. It's with beef. So just chop these up, get them all in. Give it one good mix. Look at that. Smells amazing. So it's only been on for 9 minutes, this pressure cooker. Hi Jay! Jay's in the house. Give Jay a follow, everybody, if you can do. Because Jay does come live, but he can't, well, fortunately he can't come live on TikTok. But we want to get him to, and Brenda, we want to get him to come live on TikTok. Yeah, Betty's Hotpot. Although I don't think it's the original recipe. This is just the recipe I found online. So I'm just chopping up my carrots, Jay. So, chunkier the better. So get all this in there. That's all the carrots after this. Smells amazing. Thank you everybody that's just joined. Do hit the follow button if you're new to the channel. It won't cost you anything. So click the little follow button at the very top. So just to recap then, we've got beef, stewing beef in here, we've got onions and we've got carrots. Okay, I'm going to put my kettle on because I need to have some stock. So get that going. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to add some herbs. So you can use rosemary, you can use thyme. I've just got a mix here that you can pick up in your local store. So just, this is brand new because I ran out. You can add some garlic to this as well. So add your herbs in, rosemary, thyme. So get a good amount in. So let's get that in. And then that's enough. Give that a mix. Always add your spices first for anything or herbs, because the heat actually brings out more of the flavour. So mix that in, and then it also seasons the beef as well. Okay, so give that a few minutes. Let's add some garlic in as well. Let me find my garlic. Remember, for your potatoes, you're only getting them up to a boiling point before turning them off, because we're going to cut them up and then we're going to pop them on the top once the mixture's done. So this will be pressure cooked as well. So we should get a move on. So let me pop the garlic in, which is optional. You don't have to add garlic. So get that in there. I'll call that garlic there. Let's get all that in. Give it a mix. Like so. Mix that in. It's all falling out. Try again. Okay, and then we're going to add some salt and pepper, of course. So get your salt in. These are great, these salt grinders. They should be in my showcase if you do want one, but they always sell out. So get a good amount of salt in there. Okay, next thing then, we're going to add in some... Can you guess what we're going to add in? Begins with a W. Probably one of the most popular stewing sauces. Gets used in lots of ingredients. Who wants to have a guess? Begins with a W. Can you guess what it is? Yes, Anne's got it. Well done. Worcestershire sauce. A lot of people say Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. And you only want 1 tablespoon depending on how much you like, but I like to get a good amount in there. Let's give that a mix. This smells incredible. Now there is one thing I don't like about pressure cookers. Do you know what the one thing I don't like about them is? Because once you put the lid on the top, you've got to wait before it comes to pressure. Can they not invent a quicker? There is a tip to bring it up to pressure quicker, and that's to add hot water, because it basically warms the water up, the stock. I'm also going to add in here a chicken stock. I think this is chicken. If it's not chicken, it's vegetable. So you can use vegetable stock, you can use chicken stock, you can use lamb stock with this if you're using lamb, but I thought to myself, well, I can't really get lamb stock, couldn't see it anywhere. So instead we're going to opt for chicken stock, vegetable stock and some meat gravy granules. So what I'm going to do is add in, check how much I need, 300 millilitres is what you want. So, but don't worry if it goes too thick, because later on we can add some water and some flour. So I'm just going to add a bit of this into a jug. Don't need loads. Just remember, it's just the stock. You can thicken it up, you can thin it out later on. So we're going to add this in. I'm just going to give that a mix. So 300 millilitres is what you want. I'll add a little bit more because generally you probably need more in a pressure cooker. So add this in like so. Add a little bit more water to that. And one more. Right, and then we're going to give that a good mix. So this is basically everything. That's everything in the actual hot pot, other than the potatoes on the top. If you've got any ideas or you've got any suggestions what you would add to this, but that's basically it. You want everything to be nice and chunky. You want plenty of stock. We can add flour to it later if you want. That's another ingredient. Worcestershire sauce. If you maybe want it a bit spicy, maybe you could add some chili flakes. But that's basically it. So add some pepper. Add some pepper. But let's get this cooking, and we're going to pop this on for 20 minutes. Let me get the lid. So pressure cooker. I'm going to stop. Press cancel. I'm going to pop the lid on the top. Turn it. Make sure it's on the right function. So that's on sealed, and there's a little red thing at the top, so it's going to come to pressure. So I need to press the meat function on here. That says 40 minutes, but I'm going to bring it down to 20. I think it's 20. If not, I'll have to change it. 20 minutes. Let me just check. I think, yeah, 20 minutes, and then if depending on how much time we've got, then we will naturally, well, we'll have to speed it up, but natural release is the best option. So that is it, guys. That is the stew, or that is the Lancashire Hotpot ingredients made. So now I'm going to turn the camera around because I've got a little bit of a pub quiz. So let me just turn this round so you can see me. There we go. You've not seen me yet. Let's flip the camera around. And then I'll read some of the comments as well. Let's flip the camera. There we go, guys. Hello, everybody. Please try and read the comments. We're going to go for the comments now. So I'll go from the top, so I've not missed anyone's comment. And then we've got a little bit of a pub quiz because the theme is pub food, of course. So let's see where we got to. So right. So Ashley says pub food. Yeah, so we've got a Lancashire Hotpot cooking. The only problem, as I say, is that it has to come up to pressure before it then even starts to cook. So it could, if it sometimes doesn't work, we might be waiting until the very end. But I'll show you, we'll need to do the potatoes anyway, so once they're nice and soft, they've got to kind of cool down before we can chop them up. It's going to go into a casserole dish, and then it's even going to be grilled then, so you're not going to see the final product, but I will post a video later, okay, so you can see what it looks like. But that's basically it. If you want the ingredients, the recipe, I will send it to you. Just drop me a message. So okay, yep, so Betty's Hotpot, no, Hotpot, Jay, not Hotbox. Do I have to use a pressure cooker? You don't have to use a pressure cooker. It just speeds up the cooking process. So if you want to do it in a normal pan with a lid over the top, you could do it that way and put it in the oven, but it'll just take longer to cook. But I do like pressure cookers. They are pretty good, actually. They are really, really good. Get ones with all the functions on. If it was me and I'd never owned a pressure cooker before, I really should have bought the Ninja one, because the Ninja one has all the functions: slow cook, pressure cook. It's got like air fryer as well on there. I think there's a grill option. I'm not quite sure, but it's got everything you need. So I would go for that one. The Pressure King Pro, I have had one little issue with it, as I say, where I have cooked something and I've waited for it to come to pressure and it's not worked. And the reason why was because there's a plastic ring that goes round, and if that's not on properly, that's why it doesn't come to pressure. But also it's like a vacuum, so if you get any water, if you've used it before, it's not, or you've just cleaned it out and it's not dry, that can cause problems. So that's another reason why your pressure cooker might not be coming up to pressure. And obviously make sure it's in the correct position as well, and make sure it's turned on, because a lot of times you might not have even switched it on. Okay, so thank you for the follow, Keza. Hopefully that helps. Just curious, do you have celery? You could add celery, yeah, that's a good idea. I was actually looking at celery because I'm going to make some more soup these next couple of days. So I need to do a vegetable soup and it's got celery, so I need to look for celery. Let's have a look. Brenda loves rosemary. That's another thing as well, rosemary and thyme. I do actually have some of that, but the problem with those sort of herbs is that I've ever cooked something with rosemary or herbs and it's, you know, not, I can say it's ruined the dish. Does that make sense? Like, I've been eating it and I found like the stalks and things like that. I just, no. So I just prefer to buy the, you know, the stuff already in the pot. Right, let's read some of the. I'm still reading the comments. So Anne's up next as well. Make sure you're following Anne, everybody. So pop some emojis up. Have I missed some of the comments? Let me have a look. So Ash says, what is a Lancashire hot pot? So that's the Lancashire hot pot. The carrots, usually made with lamb, but because lamb's so expensive, and I suppose the best time to get lamb is sort of springtime. Carrots, onions, stock, and Worcestershire sauce. That's basically it. That's basically it. And then we're going to cook grilled potato. I think it's come up to pressure. It's getting there. I can hear. At least it's working. Listen out for your pressure cooker as well to make sure you know it's actually working. Let's see. I'm going through the comments. I think I've caught up with everybody's. Let me have a look. So what are you cooking, Brenda? What I know Anne's cooking burgers. Some burgers. So as I said, the theme is pub food. So I've got some pub questions for you, if that's alright. So are we ready for our first question? Are we ready? I'm just reading the comments. Hard to do when we're cooking and chatting. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Brenda. Yeah, do share out. And if you're on an iPhone, hold down with your finger on the screen and there's a little thing that says repost. It comes up for some creators, it doesn't come up for everybody. So, but have a look. Thank you for the... I don't actually know what that is. It's like an apple emoji. I think I've caught up. Have I missed it? Pop your pop the comment again in the chat. Yeah, tap the screen and send some hearts as well. Right, let me have it. I'm going to give you a question. Brenda's doing patty melt. I've heard of something similar to that, Brenda, but I've never actually known what it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm doing burgers and chips with onion rings. Oh. I'm surprised nobody did like a mixed grill because that's quite a popular pub dish, or like a pie or something like that. Is it record heat, Jay? Is it cold here? It's not too bad. It's about 20 degrees, but I've been promoting a lot of these hoodies, so you'll have seen my videos on TikTok. So hoodie season, tracksuit season, loungewear, that sort of thing. So this is one of them. It is available in the link, not in this link down below, but in my showcase. So have a look if you like this hoodie. It's very warm. Did it say report? Yeah, you don't want to be pressing the report button, Brenda. Right, so I've got this. I think we're flipped as well. So let me flip the camera. So you can see this pub quiz. We've got 4,000 questions, but we're not going to do all 4,000. My potatoes are boiling now, so remind me in 10 minutes to turn that off. Otherwise, we will have soft potatoes, and that won't be a good thing. So let's have a question then. Here we go. Which European city is known in its native language as Praha? And I know the sun. I'm just checking page 3, Paul. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, you don't want to see that. So question number 1 then. Which European city is known in its native language as Praha? Hello, KD. Good to see you. Whoa! Can you hear that? So we're at pressure now. So 20 minutes. We should be able. If I can get the potatoes ready, then I can just layer them, pop the butter on the top, and then it'll go into the air fryer. So you're not going to see it because we haven't got enough time. But I will post a video of the final result. So I've just got large potatoes boiling. So we just want to soften them a little bit, not too much, but about 5-10 minutes of boiling. Okay, so number 1, which European city is known in its native language as Praha? Is it Prague? Let's Let's have a look. Where's the answers? I always forget where the answers are in here. Oh, right, tells me the answers. 1 second. It is Prague. Well done. Give yourself 10 points. Hi, Alexis. Good to see you. If you're not following Alexis, everyone follow her, because if it wasn't for Alexis, we wouldn't have Cooking Saturday. Because Alexis, all those years ago, it's coming up, I think it's 5 years actually. It's either 5 years, I think we've gone over 5 years, Alexis, I think. So, yeah, we're still doing it. We've not done them every month, Alexis, but we've done them probably at least 9 times this year. So, right, question 2. What colour beret is worn by members of the Royal Marines? What colour beret is worn by members of the Royal Marines? That's your next question. So we're up to pressure, so 20 minutes and we will see what it looks like. Smells amazing already. So Jay's going for red, Anne's going for black. JFJ's going for blackberry. I like that, blackberry. Anne's going for blue. Oh, Anne's changed her answer. Keep guessing. And I should say as well, today would have been Melanie's birthday, so we're wishing you a happy birthday, Melanie, up there. So I've not got my pub drink just yet, but I have got a nice cup of tea, so to you, Melanie. And hopefully Bill's watching this. Bill is going to be live in 3 hours? 3 hours? No, 2 hours. Well, 3 hours. 6 o'clock with Gemma. Is the desk new? Have you noticed the desk there yet? It's all been... It used to look a complete mess in that corner. So it's so much better. I've got the... I'll just show you quickly. Desk. And look. Bookcase. So if you saw the Dracula book video that I posted, it looks so much better, doesn't it? Much cleaner. I'm going to give it a few more minutes because they're quite big potatoes. So a couple more. In fact, I will turn them out. That's probably, if I turn them out, then they can go off residual, can't they? I'll take the lid off because they're going to go in the oven. They're going to go in the oven. Okay, so the answer then. Which colour beret is worn by members of the Royal Marines? The answer was green. Green. Oh, Anne, I'm sorry. She did. She used to send us gifts, but I think it was because she used to use Amazon. So I think that was the only reason why. It was. I know that she sent some things, didn't she, abroad and to other countries. But I know when she used to send me a lot of the recipe books, and I've still got them all. But it was because of Amazon, because she would get the free delivery. So that could have been a reason. I'm not sure, but anyway. Right, question 3 then of our pub quiz. Dick Grayson is the alter ego of which comic book superhero sidekick? Dick Grayson is the alter ego of which comic book superhero sidekick? Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh yes, I remember. That was another story, wasn't it? Yeah. So Melanie sent some Pyrex to Wilson in New York. I think it was New York at the time, and I can't remember. Oh no, was it the other way around? No, it was the other way around. I think it was Wilson sent Melanie Pyrex. That's right. And when it arrived, it was all completely smashed. So, and there was a fee, wasn't there? I think to pay. That was right, something like that. So she could get the. No, that's right. We didn't know it was broken until she got it, but it was the fee. And I know Wilson felt really bad about it, but I remember setting up the PayPal account, like PayPal page, and we all contributed to it so she could get the Pyrex, because this was really in the early days, wasn't it, before these Cooking Saturdays. and she got it, but then she found out it was all smashed. So I can't remember what happened after that, but I do remember, yeah, good memories. Well, good memories of bad memories. So, okay, so any guesses? Any guesses? Did I give you the question yet? Dick Grayson is the old... Do you want a clue? Okay, I don't think anyone's going to get this one, really. So I'm going to give you the answer. Well done if you got it on the replay. The answer was Ivy League. No, it's not. It's Robin. Brenda's got it. Well done, Brenda. So Batman and Robin. Dick Grayson. Did you know that? Right, question number 4. I'm going to give you a multiple choice question now. The word Antipodean is used to refer to people from which of the following countries? Is it A, America, B, Australia, or C, Canada? Don't know why I put on an accent there. The word Antipodean is used to refer to people from which of the following countries? Is it A, America, B, Australia, or C, Canada? So A, B, or C, pop your answers in. Okay. So Charlene is saying B, Australia. Let me just check these potatoes. Actually, they're not going to be cooked because I don't want them to be cooked. I just want them to be soft. They're actually... I'm going to give them another 5 minutes. We've got 14 minutes on the pressure cooker. So the answer was Australia. So Charlene, well done. Give yourself 10 points. Okay, do you want another question? Let's have another question. Let me find a different... These are meant to be easy questions. Right, true or false, the 100 Years' War lasted longer than 100 years. Yes, please, Dylan, give us a riddle. So, true or false, the 100 Years' War lasted longer than 100 years. So, Dylan's saying false. It's funny though, the actual... we're at pressure, but I don't even know if it's actually doing anything. Whoa! Don't move the pressure thing when you... God, scare me to death. I shook it and it went... 1 second. Oh! Oh, crikey. Have I even got it on the right one? Have I sealed it? Ooh. Oh, heck. I hope I put it on the right thing. I might have to cook this again. It came to pressure, but I can't hear any boiling, so I'm not sure if it's actually working or not. Oh wait, it is. No, it is working. But did I have it on the right one? Venting, sealing. Alright, it's on the right one. I think. Oh. Maybe it's coming back up to pressure, I don't know. So what has trees but no forest, lakes but no fish, and houses but no buildings, says Dylan. Right, I think I've got it in the right place now. So there's your riddle, everybody. What has trees but no forest, lakes but no fish, and houses with no buildings? It's definitely on the right one. Yeah, because when I pull it forward, that's when all the pressure comes out, when it comes towards me. So, because you pull it towards you, so you turn it, that's when all the pressure comes out. So I've pushed it right to the end. Okay, Anne says a map. Is that correct, Dylan? Push it down on the lid. There you go. think it's all right. If not, I can always put it on for another 10 more minutes, because like afterwards. But we'll see after 10 minutes, sorry, and then we'll see what it looks like. If it needs a little bit longer, then I'll put it on for another 10 minutes, or put it on for another 20 minutes. But the longer the better, really, with this stew. Right, we've got another one then. Dylan says, what runs but can't walk? What runs but can't walk? I'll leave you to think of that one. And I'll give you another question. Bear with me with just 1 second. 1 second, everybody. Okay, anybody get it? So Anne saying time, Brenda says water, and Brenda's got it. Water was correct. You're so fast, guys, at these. Right, let's have another question. I'm just thinking this is going to be a complete disaster today. You get all prepared and everything works perfectly. It came to pressure, so I'm thinking it's fine. Let me take these potatoes out so that they don't overcook, because that would be the worst thing ever, wouldn't it? I'll give you another question. So, okay, in chess, what piece can move only diagonally? In chess, what piece can only move diagonally? Pop it in the comments, and I'll just get these potatoes out. Because I'm going to cut these up. Hopefully they won't be too soft. So there's potato. So they're not like fully cooked. They are going to be cooked again. It's like when I cook lasagna and I'm putting strips of pasta on the top. You're meant to boil your lasagna first to soften it. That's why it goes too crispy or too hard on the top. So I'm going to cut these up. So we've got some answers. So a lot of you saying warship, bishop. And get this potato out. Okay, is it the bishop? Let's find out. So the correct answer was where's it gone now? Number 9. The bishop. Well done, Brenda. And the 100-Year War question was true. So well done if you got those. Right, let me take this off. Not very exciting, is it, this broadcast today? And I don't know what the pressure cooker's doing. It's spitting at me now. It's spitting at me. So, what do I do? Anybody know? It says it's sealed. It's a little bit loose actually, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's sort of, you know, when I shook it a little bit, maybe that's why, because it actually just moved, so maybe it's loose. I'm not quite sure. So we'll have a look at it anyway. I might have to put it on again if it's not done it properly. I did have a little bit of an issue with this pressure cooker. Like the last few times I've used it, as I say, because it's come up to pressure and then it's not even done anything. So it might have something to do with that. We'll just have to see anyway. But I've shown you the recipe. You know what the recipe is. You can do it in a normal pan if you want to. Anyway, Aiden had a dungeon, says Jane. Right then. we're going to give you one more question. Are you ready? Let's have a hard question for a change. Medium, difficult question. See if anyone can get this one. Complete the title of the BBC... Oh, actually, no, I can't have that one. Okay, which comedy was the only American show to be nominated as Britain's National Television Award in 2014? Which comedy was the only American show to be nominated at Britain's National Television Award in 2014? And have a little peek at the answer. Okay, this is interesting. I'll give you a clue. So, it is a comedy. It's not Fraser. It's something that is, I would say, for the younger generation, there was another series that linked to this show, which was separate. How long have we got? 4 minutes. We'll have a look at it in a minute. I'm not sure if did I need to press another button? I don't think I did. But we'll have a look at it anyway, and then we'll see what it looks like. We'll give it a stir. If it's, you sort of know if it's pressure cooked or not. Maybe it is working. Maybe it's just that I've never used this function before. Not Friends. I'll give you another clue. Okay, it's 4 letters. 4 letters. So it's blank, 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 blank. So 4 words. Keep guessing. So we've got 4 minutes on the pressure cooker. We'll see if it's done anything. Okay, any guesses? Any more guesses? So it's not That 70s Show. Keep guessing, JFJ. Okay, I'll give you another clue then. It's something that's out of this world. Something that's out of this world. Right, I'm gonna cut these potatoes up. So that's still quite hot, so I can't use that side. I've got a feeling this is gonna have to go on again. So let's have a look. I'm gonna cut these into, have a look because I wrote everything down. You want to cut them into 1/2 centimetre slices. Not third drop from the sun, but you're getting close. It's another show quite similar to that. So I'm just going to cut these up. Ah yes, perfect. And you want them to be that thin. Can you see? So we're going to cut them up, pop them to one side, and then these are going to be layered onto the top of that mixture. So I guess in a way, even because the mixture is already going into the oven, you don't necessarily have to use a pressure cooker. It's just to help cook the meat and make sure everything's cooked through. So you're going to cut them up, pop them onto a plate or somewhere. And I'll show you them in just a second. Keep the skins on as well. You don't have to have the skins on, but if you've got a mandolin, use one of those. Okay, do you want the answer? It is The Big Bang Theory. So that got an award in 2014 at the British Television Awards. So just making them nice and thin. I probably should have peeled the potatoes, but if you don't do that, it doesn't matter. You just make sure everything's nice and crispy. I forgot to look at this. Look at the shape of that potato. Have you seen anything like that before? Oh, right, it's done. So should we take a look? We have to release the pressure. So here we go. I should move the pressure cooker out because there we go. Should have flipped the camera, shouldn't I? There's a lot of pressure coming out of it. Now you can do it natural release as well. Good idea, Jed. Yep. And then we'll open it up. We'll take a look. It should be fine. We're going to put it into a casserole dish. We'll have to wait until all the pressure's released. Let me finish cutting these up. Just 2 seconds, guys. We've got just enough time. And pop some emojis up because Anne's going to be up next at 4 o'clock. Now, alternatively, you can cut these up before you don't have to cook the whole potato, you can just cut them up and then boil them. It's up to you. But I just kind of want to show you what they would look like. Sometimes they can be a little bit more tricky to cut up when they're hot. And I'll probably end up cutting these too big. Very hot. Right, I think we're good. So let's take a quick look. Right, spin you round. Are you ready? If I can, I'm going to have to flip you around again. 1 minute, guys. That's my window. So double tap. How do I do this again? Flip. Okay. Alright, let's take a look then. Hopefully that's... Oh, it's not gone down yet. Just have to wait till it comes down. Just going to wait till that drops. You see this little red thing there? All the pressure's gone, but it just needs to drop, which is going to take a couple of minutes. And then we'll take a look at it, and then what you're going to do is add the mixture into a casserole dish, pop the potatoes on top, add some butter or oil or both, and then you're going to pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes. Was it 15? Or we could add some more water to this. Maybe sometimes the reason it doesn't sound like it's cooking is because it's too thick, is the mixture. So you can add some flour. We'll add a bit of flour and a bit more water to this, and then I might put it on pressure again. Shouldn't really need to, but that's the only reason I've not ever done a lot of recipes in this on a live stream, because not only does it take time to pressure, you don't actually know if it's working, and then secondly, it takes then time for the pressure to drop. So it can be quite a lengthy process if you've never had a slow cooker before. Although I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, I think yours, some of them work quicker, don't they? But you know what I'm like, I'm quite impatient when it comes to that. You might also look at the seal or the rubber gasket under the lid. Over time they tend to I'm just reading that says J, STR. Over time they get loose. Yeah, I'll have a look. Hopefully this pressure's going to drop. But there's my potatoes anyway, ready to go on the top. So Then what do we think? That one might be a little bit too thick. So what I'll do, because this is probably not going to, we might not get to see it in time, but I will show you it on a video, because Anne's going to be up next. So Anne, if you're there, pop some emojis up so people can follow you. Go over to Anne, we'll watch Anne next. Then we've got Brenda, and then we've got Gemma and Bill coming live. So we've got poetry, Melanie's poetry, would I say would be Melanie's birthday today. And I don't know if Gemma's cooking or not today, but hopefully she is in Bill's kitchen. And then we've got the poetry as well, and the quotes. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do you want me to stay on? I mean, obviously Anne is coming live. I don't want to be on at the same time. I could stay on for a few more minutes. We've got a few more minutes before the end. I just want you to see what it's like inside, and then we'll go over to Anne. But I think I don't know if this is it gonna come off? No, I don't want to press it in case. Maybe it's broken. What do we think? It might be locked. It doesn't usually take this long to... Is Anne on TikTok? Yes, I think so, Jay. I don't know what to do. I think we'll end it there until this drops. But I will do a video so you'll see what it looks like. Alright, guys. So, that's the thing with pressure cookers. You can't do a lot. So, I shall see you in Anne's broadcast. I might jump on again later tonight and do a crossword after Gemma and Bill. So if you want to join me then, I'll be live. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to watch the video. Bye, guys. See you soon. See you in Anne's broadcast. Good luck, everyone.